Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new Georgia Lottery $2 loose change tripler ticket. This is part of the December 2024 series of tickets that came out in Georgia this past week. And this one is not your typical number match game. In this game, you have two separate boxes with 6 coins each. If you can collect over $1 in change in either box, you win the prize associated with that box. There's also a 3x symbol that you can find for 3 times your prize. Now here on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the Georgia Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 4.43, and it does look like you can win anywhere from $2 up to $30,000 on this game. Looking at the prize structure, nothing too crazy is jumping out, so we will mention taxes. In Georgia, for any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 29.75% in taxes. I don't view the tax money as part of the value of the game, and so that is going to affect how I view this top prize. So instead of $30,000, I'm going to view this as $26,695. And with that adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in just a little bit over 71%. And so this does exceed the minimum 70% payout that we look for all tickets. So we'll see how this compares to other $2 tickets as we go through the video. But we do need to mention that the 71% payout does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are going to see 71% payout on this game. And so what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning the top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $50 prize level. So if you are playing this game, when you do win on it, you're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $2 and $50. There is a split at the $50 prize level. It is about 70 to 30. So about 70% of these $50 prizes will fall here in the bottom of the prize structure where average folks are winning. The other 30% are going to join the rest of these prizes to make up the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move that decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and you find out that only about 1 in every 443 tickets has a top 1% prize on it, which means you are in $886 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. Basically that means you have to hit the top prize in order to come out ahead if you are chasing a top 1% prize. I personally don't like these prize structures where there's nothing at the top to win except for the top prize to come out ahead if you are one of those top 1% prize hunters. So I wish that they would put, at least 2, maybe 3 prizes at the top of the prize structure that could pay off that amount of money if you are chasing one of those. So not crazy about this prize structure. But because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 55 and 56%. This is pretty low, especially for Georgia tickets. This is way below the minimum 60% payout that we look for the bottom 99% of prizes on every game we review. And the reason we look for 60% is because, at least in my opinion, when you're playing here in the 50% range, it just seems like you lose your money so fast that, to me, it's not fun to play. It's just frustrating. And so why would I go out and buy a ticket that I know I'm going to be frustrated playing? So this is probably one that I would pass on just based on this alone. But let's take a look and see how that overall payout compared to other tickets. Now here on this page, we are tracking the increases and decreases in Georgia's $2 tickets. And you can see the data point for loose change tripler all the way over here on the right. So I would say that this one is a little bit above average for what we've seen from $2 tickets over the past several years. But we see a huge decrease in value from the previous $2 ticket, the win $1,000 a month for life, which was an exceptional $2 ticket that came out last month. And actually, it's less than a lot of the $2 tickets that we've seen over the past year. So that's not great. And usually when I see a decrease in value like this, what I'll suggest is it might be a good time to hold off on buying the ticket. And the reason is because, with every purchase you make, you're communicating approval of what your state lottery is doing. And instead of communicating approval when they just rip a whole bunch of value out of a ticket, is to hold off on buying the ticket. And that way you're communicating, hey, we see that you took all this value out. We don't like to see that. We don't deserve our tickets to have all that value taken out. We're not going to buy it when you do that. And hopefully that would motivate the state lottery to do better next time. Now, if you are buying $2 tickets in Georgia, here in green, you see the best ticket in every column. So if you're playing for overall value, the $1,000 a month for life ticket from last month, that is by far the best $2 ticket you can buy. As a matter of fact, I went out and bought 10 of these, so $20 worth the other day, and ended up winning $51. So pretty nice return for that on that ticket for me. Now, I know that is anecdotal and that's not going to happen every time, but this 76% is way above average for a $2 ticket. And I really liked that. As a matter of fact, the pop cash game that this is associated with, out of the 10 tickets I bought, I got 3 free cash pop tickets and I won one. And so that was an additional $10 that I won from those tickets. So I really like that one. If you're playing for odds, Tic-Tac-Toe Tripler has the best odds along with It Takes Two. If you are a more conservative player and like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, Fast 20s has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure for average folks. Also a very good $2 ticket if you can find it. And then if you are more of a high roller and like to win a little bit more money, when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, Jumbo Bucks Classic has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure. At the top of the prize structure for the lucky few. And then we are keeping track of top prizes here on the right as well if you're interested in that. Now here on this page, we are ranking Georgia $2 tickets based on overall payout. And let's see, loose change tripler is here in 14th place. So, kind of middle of the prize structure kind of ticket, kind of like white noise, really nothing too exciting about it. Not one that I would be buying at all. It's just kind of a boring, nothing special kind of ticket. And there are much better $2 tickets out there to buy right now. So I would pass on this one. Here on this page, we are ranking based on the bottom 99% payout. Let's see. The loose change tripler is here in 33rd place. So second worst $2 ticket based on that bottom 99% payout. This means that it's going to be really, really brutal on the average player. So this one is not going to be a fan favorite for sure. People are not going to like this. I don't think it's going to sell very well. It's more of a high roller type ticket. Definitely one that I would stay away from. Now here on this page, we get to compare $2 tickets across states. And so the top 35 $2 tickets from the 6 states that we're looking at currently on the channel are here on the screen. And loose change tripler does make the list. It's in 30th place overall. So what we see here is that Georgia's pretty competitive when it comes to the other states that we're looking at on the channel. Massachusetts does outperform Georgia by a little bit on a regular basis, but Georgia, when they have a good $2 ticket, it's very good. And so at the top of the list, you see the $1,000 a month for life ticket. We're not going to really compare to this one because it's a little bit of a weird ticket as far as value goes. So we're going to focus on the Fast 20s, and we're going to ask the question, if Georgia can put out a $2 ticket at 75% payout and make plenty of money doing it, then why are they putting out $2 tickets at 71% payout? That is almost 4% less than what they did with Fast 20s. And if you think about how much money or how many tickets are in just one scratch game, it comes out to be a lot of money, because one scratch game can easily have 10 million tickets that make up the game. Multiply that by the $2 price tag, and that's $20 million wrapped up in just one of these games. And 4% of 20 million is $800,000 that the Georgia Lottery put into the hands of its players on Fast 20s that they are holding out on the loose change tripler. And that's what makes this channel useful, is because, I would rather play a game that has $800,000 more dollars in it for the players. I don't like to see players get taken advantage of, but I feel like that's kind of what's happening here on loose change tripler. And so, if you have the choice between a game with a lot more money in it for the player, that's the one that I would choose all day long. And hopefully this is helpful for you as well. Now here on this page, we're comparing across the 6 states based on that bottom 99% payout. 55% was not good enough to make the top 36 list here. So again, this loose change tripler, very much a high roller type ticket, not going to be a fan favorite, I don't think. Here on this page are the top 36 tickets we've reviewed on the channel so far. There are no $2 tickets on this list. but you can pause that and look at it if you would like. And then here on this page are the top 36 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. Again, well, there is a $2 ticket here. The Fast 20s made this list. 11th place overall, sandwiched in between a $50 ticket and a $100 ticket. So by this metric, $2 tickets can be very competitive with even the most expensive tickets if the overall value is good and the prize structure is done in a particular way. But that's about it for the Georgia Lottery $2 loose change tripler. Again, not one that I would be interested in. I think the payouts, it's too low based on what we know the Georgia Lottery can do. So I'm looking for 73, 74% at least for a $2 ticket. If it's not there, I'm not going to play it. So definitely one that I would pass on. But if you're playing this, good luck on it. Hopefully you'll win some prizes in the top 1%. If you do, let us know in the comment section below so we can congratulate you. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.